Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sutton's Days and to the January Pantry Challenge. Officially week one, right? We are heading into the first real week of January, and it's time to get our plan on. Yes, it is. Today, we're going to talk about menu planning. Menu planning is a really great way to learn how to use and control your pantry. I have a lot of people that tell me we're too spontaneous. We just don't think like this, but I'm asking you to stick with me because there's a lot of really great benefits to menu planning. And I hope that you'll stick around for this and maybe try out some of the tips and tricks that we're doing. I menu plan on a regular basis because I don't know about you, but I can't stand that question, what do you want for dinner? I hate asking it. I don't even like asking it. Okay. So, and the answer that I get is always, I don't know. What do you want? I want somebody else to pick what's for dinner. No, not going to happen. Okay. So this way, I don't have to have that question. It eliminates that stress. Okay. Because it's always like, oh, come on, please. Nope. I'm just writing it down. I'm doing it. This is what we're having. Now, that's in this house. I've got tips for you as we move along. Okay. One of the great things about menu planning is that you really will save money. There's no way to not save money with menu planning. Number one, by doing this, you are automatically taking a very large percentage of chance off the table that you'll end up driving through Mickey D's or KFC or Sonic or something like that, right? You're taking that off the table because you don't have to worry about what's for dinner. You don't have to stress about it. You know that you've got it planned. Trust me on this one. And you can handle it. So look at, you've just saved all that money and your health. So it's all good. It's really, really good. So let's get into menu planning 101, right? We have what is your menu planning style? There's a lot of people that have a lot of different styles. They really do. But I'm just going to cover a couple of them here. Everybody has a different way of doing literally everything. Okay, we're all individuals. Our brain works in its own little special way, right? So for some people, they can do a menu plan. They can use that plan and typically go grocery shopping, and that the menu plan creates their grocery list, and then they come home and they can, set it all up. In this case, because it's a January Pantry Challenge, you can put together that menu plan and go shop your pantry, right? So, poof, you're not having to leave the house. It's all already here. It's awesome. Other people like to do all their cooking in one day. Like say they spend all day Saturday cooking for the upcoming week or all day Sunday cooking for the upcoming week so that it's all set. It's portioned out. You just grab your container, you heat it and go. Life's fantastic. And so much easier. There's some benefit to that. There definitely is. I like cooking, so I'm not going to do that. And even though I'm busy, it's rare that I will go to that thing because it's not really me. That's not my style. But I do like menu planning so that I have an idea of what I need to pull out to frost, what I need to go pull out of the pantry, and I can get it all set up ahead of time and go, here we go, bam, 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 bam. And everything's defrosted when it should be. Everything's there that I need. It's just so much easier to me. So you need to figure out your menu planning style, right? And that includes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Do you have a family with some youngsters in it? Do you have a family with any kind of kids in it? Do you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Do you pack lunches to go? What kind of snacks do you want around the house? You don't have to go buy cookies. It doesn't take a hot minute to make some cookies. And you just make up some chocolate chip cookies or whatever you've got in the house to make cookies because it doesn't take much. Okay. And you have those ready in the cookie jar for when somebody wants a snack. Life is great. And you're not having to go to the grocery store. So much easier. So, what is your menu planning style? Okay. The next one is get down here, is to evaluate your week. So while you're menu planning, what you want to take a look at is your calendar. Now, I mean, we've got a calendar on the wall. We've got my Google Calendar. I've got my planner, and somehow, some way, I managed to get it all on all of it so that no matter where I'm at, I have the ability to see what is going on. That's everything from my work hours to my meetings to doctor's appointments, vet appointments. If Billy has soccer and Susie has dance, then that. If the kids have a concert that you need to go to, that's all on the calendar. And so then I can base the meals that I'm going to prepare based on my availability and my schedule's availability. So if we have a night where, you're working late, your spouse is working late, the kids have to be, at their events, and you want, it would just be so much easier to drive through McDonald's. No, because that morning before you left the house, because of your menu plan and because you evaluated your week, you know that that's all happening. And so you stuck something in the crock pot so that when you got home, you had dinner waiting for all of you. I mean, does that just beat all? It really does. So evaluate your week, make sure that you know what's coming down the pike, okay? And go from there. Now, I kind of debated on which one to do first, evaluate your week or shop your pantry, but I think they kind of go hand in hand, because by evaluating your week, figuring out where you've got to be and when you got to be there, and then going into your pantry with the ideas that you and your family put together for meals, then you can go in there and say, hey, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. Oh, you know what? I don't have that, but why don't we try this instead? Just kind of suggest different things because it's not there right now. It's a great way to make sure that you are using up what's in your pantry, getting your family involved, because they want to be involved too, and get them excited about how you're going to do this. And oh my gosh, because we do this, we're going to save some money. And because we save some money, maybe we can put it towards vacation or, car repairs or, whatever the case may be. So shopping your pantry is a really, really big part of this. I mean, that's why we did our inventory, right? So you've got your inventory. If you don't physically walk in there, you can at least look at your inventory and see what you've got and base some of those menu suggestions off of that. The next one is to decide what meals you want to have. So by shopping your pantry, you have an idea of what you can make, right? So I will go through using my pantry. I know that I've got steaks in the freezer and I've got ugly chicken and I have ugly pork and I have canned ground beef and I have canned corned beef. I mean, I've got it all, right? So, hey, look it, I'm going to have steaks tonight and we're going to use up that lettuce that we've got in the refrigerator before it goes, bad on us. And I'm going to have some canned mushrooms and Phil's going to have some canned carrots and poof, we have dinner. Life is good. And then the next night, what are we going to do? Well, you know what? I have some corned beef in the pantry. Of course I do. And so I'm going to use some of those dehydrated potatoes in the pantry. I'm going to make some corned beef hash and some poached eggs, and I'm going to make some homemade bread. And we have dinner and it's fantastic, right? So you can go through and pull those different parts of your pantry together to create some fun meals that maybe you forget about having. I mean, I kind of forgot about corned beef there for a little bit, so I'm going to be sure to add that in. But I use that basis. I use the fact that I've got the steak, I've got the corned beef, I have the chicken and the ground beef and the pork, and so I can use that as a kickoff. Hey, everybody, I've got chicken. What kind of fun thing would you like to have? Oh, I would love to have chicken patties. Okay, let's do that. I've got some ground beef. What would you like to have? Taco night for the win. Here we go, right? So you know that you have all of that. It helps to know what's in your pantry. Remember to follow your plan, okay? But be flexible. This is not written in stone. This is not one of those things, do or die, right? No. These are all things, you're going to plan out that pantry, or that menu, you're going to plan it around what's in your pantry, and you're going to plan it around your weekly schedule. Now, if something jumps up and changes, or you come home and you're like, you know what, I am so tired, I don't even know my own name, here's some peanut butter jelly, rock on, that's fine. It's not written in stone. You didn't fail. But jump back on the horse the next day and get ready to pick up the ball again, okay? Life happens. None of this is that serious, okay? It's just a way to help you use your pantry, figure out what works for you, get accustomed to, living off your pantry, because that's the whole purpose of this, is to make sure that, number one, you're rotating your stock, that you know how to use what you have in your pantry, to find any holes that you may have in your pantry. Make sure to write those down, right? And experience this, because in the end, it's all good. It's going to save you so much time and so much money and so much stress. It really is. So back to saving time. One of the things that I used to do all the time is I used to cook dinner and make sure that there were leftovers, because then I would take those leftovers to the office with me the next day. Made my life so much easier. Didn't have to think about lunch, didn't have to think about dinner. It was all thought for me at the beginning of the week. And that is what I like when I'm crazy busy. So You can use leftovers for lunch, or you can plan them as part of a leftover makeover meal, right? I mean, that's fantastic. Or you save up the leftovers as the week goes by and have everybody pick a leftover on Fridays. Seriously, everybody be like, oh, fighting over which one they have. Don't let them fight. Okay, but you know what I mean. It'll be fun. It's fun. The other one is to embrace your slow cooker or your Instapot, because they are going to save you time and help you use up items in your freezer. Remember that the pantry challenge is not only the pantry itself, it is your refrigerator and it is your freezer. So if anything's hanging out in there just a little bit too long, get it in the crock pot. Let the crock pot do the work for you on those crazy busy days. So just a couple of tips and tricks, okay? Note what needs to be used up soon so that you prevent waste. So this is week 1. That's the week to hit that refrigerator and say, okay, what salad isn't going to make it till next week? What fruits or vegetables are in there aren't going to make it till next week? Let's make sure to get that stuff all used up so that we don't waste it, because food waste is horrible. Keep meals simple during a busy week. Okay. So if Wednesday and you and your spouse are super busy and you work really late and the kids have functions and you're just, fried to your wits end and you're only halfway through the week, that is not the night to plan having some, big dinner that takes a lot of effort. No. So be sure to make your meals simple during a busy week. It makes all the difference in the world. It keeps you from feeling discouraged, and that's where pulling in your calendar will help you figure out what ones will work and what days they'll work on. Post a menu plan in a visible spot. If you live by yourself, it's a really good reminder. If you live with other people, okay, no matter the age or number, having it in a visible spot really helps bring everybody in, so that if they see it up there, they go, oh yeah, we're having lasagna for dinner tonight. Yay. Okay, great. Or, oh boy, we're having Brussels sprouts for dinner tonight. Okay. Yay. It brings everybody in. It gives everybody that compass to say, this is what we're doing and this is how we're doing it. And it really does help the functionality of the January Pantry Challenge when you're dealing with more people in your house than just yourself. Not everybody is as lucky as I am to have a husband that says, I don't care, just put a plate in front of me. He doesn't care. He's going to eat it. And Phil loves all his vegetables, so that's pretty easy to do. Well, Brussels sprouts, I have to push on him sometimes. But other than that, super simple. Bring in the people in your house and let them be part of the planning stage. This is huge. It's really huge to get them involved, even if they're like, oh, please don't make me think about this. I really don't want to think about this. If you can, do the prep work today, or, whatever day you choose to plan out for the rest of the week, and take a leap of faith. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now we have an action plan for you. There is a link down below. Action plan. You click it. It does an automatic download. Okay. So you want to make sure to remember that it automatically downloads. If you're on Macs, I legit have no idea. I think maybe you right click or left click or something like that and save to someplace, but it's an automatic download for everybody else. On phones, it'll download on your phone. But that is your action plan to print out and run with it. And it gives you different steps to help you along the process for menu planning. So here's my challenge for you on top of the action plan. In the comments section down below, I would love it if you would share your menu plan for the upcoming week. Inspire some of the rest of us, right? I'm going to put mine down there. If you're in the Facebook group, I'll create a pinned post so that everyone can post their menu plan. If you are on the Facebook page, I will create a post so that everyone can post their menu plan. It's going to be so much fun, and I look forward to seeing the fun kind of stuff that you guys are putting together for your weekly menu. It's kind of an important part in my mind for making sure that you are using everything in your pantry to the best of your ability, and so that none of it goes to waste. I just really hate food waste. So this is the best way to make sure that you're not throwing away money, that you're not throwing away food, and that you're learning how to use what you have and get everyone involved. It's a great way to pull the family together for a fun activity that benefits everyone. I hope that you check out the action plan for this week. Remember just to click on it. It's an automatic download. And I hope you guys are enjoying the January Pantry Challenge. Okay, I look forward to seeing your menu plans for this week. Until next time, everybody, please be safe.